Ubisoft. It's been a year since we last heard about Steep coming to the Nintendo Switch. At least that's the last time Ubisoft confirmed it was still coming. Folks were looking forward to some open world snow hijinks on the go, but it would appear that folks are going to have to keep waiting forever, because the port isn't coming anymore. Last August, Ubisoft said it was still coming. This August, Ubisoft has said no, except it didn't officially say no. Someone had to ask them on Twitter and get a personal response, which we've all now just found. Way to go, Ubisoft. This, by the way, is yet another example of why pre-orders are bollocks, because Steep for Switch did end up for pre-sale on certain places, so those are some refunds that are going to have to be made, aren't they? The news came after the official Steep account posted a picture, just a picture from Steep, and someone replied to it asking if there was any news on the Switch version. So it is that we got our news in a Twitter reply, no official announcement. It said, "Hey, we are wholly dedicated to supporting the live game and made the decision to stop Steep development on the Nintendo Switch platform to focus on bringing new live content and challenges to Steep players instead. We'll have more exciting news to share." So I wouldn't call that exciting news. Don't say it's more exciting news, you take the more out, because this isn't exciting news for there to be more of. At the time this quote-unquote announcement was made, Steep was still shown on Nintendo's official website. It has since been taken down now that this news has come to light. So Ubisoft basically couldn't be fucking bothered to let anybody know that they'd stopped work on the Switch port. They just stopped making it and didn't think to let anybody who was looking forward to it, or anybody that might have pre-bought it, know. So that's a shame anyway, considering the Switch is a giant success right now, and third-party games are actually enjoying their own successes on the platform. Ubisoft especially loves new consoles and really enjoys flooding them with shovelware, but they've not really done that with the Switch. They did the whole Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle game, but otherwise we've not seen the slew of port jobs that we normally see. And when I think about that, I think about some of the other publishers that haven't jumped on board the Switch train. Your Warner Brothers is, your Activision Blizzards, your Electronic Arts is, your Ubisofts. And they're all the kind of AAA publishers that have jumped aboard the gravy train known as live services, which makes me think they don't see the potential for microtransactions and whatnot in the Switch, so they just can't be fucked. They did clamber all over the Wii U, though, and might have gotten burned there because the Wii U was really, well, we all know what happened with the Wii U, but now that we've seen what the Switch is capable of, their absence is quite glaring. And then you look at some of the AAA publishers that are enjoying success on the Switch. You look at Bethesda with their Wolfenstein and their Doom, and you think, oh yeah, well that's one of the publishers that isn't on board with this whole live service thing, at least not yet. We'll have to see how Fallout 76 goes. It's just a hypothesis. The Switch is a place where you can make money, but it isn't where you can make obscene bucket loads of gold by selling obscene bucket loads of pretend gold. Or at least not many companies are trying. I mean, Fortnite's doing fucking gangbusters, but historically Nintendo's not been the place where shitty monetization practices take root. Ubisoft, fittingly enough, is focusing on the live seasons for Steep. In any case, it's quite astounding that Ubisoft didn't think to let anybody know about this. That puts Ubisoft on the same level as YouTube. YouTubisoft. Since YouTube is quite famous for making changes that affect people directly and then not telling anybody unless they're asked on Twitter about it. It's not like the loss of Steep is going to make any Nintendo Switch fan cry necessarily, but neglecting to inform anybody about it unless you're asked on Twitter is, well, a little bit bollocksy. I guess Switch fans will have to content themselves with so many games, almost too many games, which, let's face it, isn't the worst position you could be in. Now let us all go back to Dead Cells and pretend Ubisoft doesn't exist, which is the best sort of life.